even as Africa is global and part of the international system and the UN has a responsibility here, but ultimately you do need those institutions. In the case of Somalia, just to go back, we could talk about the forces that went to Somalia, which is extremely important, but the United States equipped, right? Because the UN wouldn't do so. It was very difficult for us to get the UN to actually agree to a UN peacekeeping operation in Somalia. In the case of Burundi, it was the same thing. No one paid attention to Burundi. South Africa, Ethiopia, and Mozambique put together a peacekeeping force and stopped that Burundi from becoming a failed state. And so I think that the response has to be as close to the people as possible. First and foremost, the leadership of that country. Somalia leadership has failed. Somaliland leadership has not. That's a differential. So I think that's important. But then it also has to be the response of the neighbors and the institutions of the AU to be able to respond so that you don't have to go outside. And then when you do go outside, because Africa is part of the world and should be able to, it's one of the major contributors to peacekeeping forces globally, so those peacekeeping forces should be able to be responsive to African problems. So I definitely think that, but you also have to recognize the reality of power differentials and interests.